Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Mr. Ryan OT. I am your host, Mr. Ryan, and I am an occupational therapist. Today we will be doing an activity that is occupation-based in the realm of fine motor crafts. The skills we'll be working on today are fine motor coordination and strength, as well as visual motor integration skills, or more commonly referred to as hand-eye coordination. Okay everybody, so Mr. Ryan here. Right now we're going to be making choices. Shapes that I have are a heart or a square. So Miss Deanna, which shape would you like to work with today?
I would like to do the heart, Mr. Ryan.
Alright. Miss Deanna, we have two options. Would you like the blue marker or the purple marker?
I would like the purple marker, Mr. Ryan.
Alright. Can you use the real pointy one? Alright. Guess again. Perfect. Alright. So, I want you to try and stay on the pencil heart shape as best you can and tell me when you're done. Markers are a really nice choice to start out. Not only is it where the marker is just a little easier to hold, so it works on grasp and a fun thing rather than just working on writing, but it's not as challenging as what we're about to do. So I want her, this is almost like stretching or warming up before you do some physical activity.
I'm finished, Mr. Ryan.
Alright, so she made her really nice job of staying on the thin pencil line. Now, here's another choice that I have for Miss Deanna. We're going to be using push pins, and she has a choice of either red or green. What would you like?
I would like to do the red, Mr. Ryan.
First, before we get started, we want to pay attention to how we are holding the push pin. We want to use our thumb, our pointer finger, and the big one in the middle. And we want to be able to use our fingers to do the work. So if we see our friends using their arms to push down and using their shoulders and trying to push that way, we're going to have to kind of change things as we go. But first, make sure that we are grasping the push pin. And the biggest thing is safety. The only thing that this point touches is the paper. And so we might need a child who is a little bit older and listens pretty good. If not, we might be able to change this activity and use, say, a toothpick and styrofoam instead of paper. And I have cardboard boxes underneath because they're really hard to push into, and it will protect whatever desk or surface you're using. Okay, so Deanna, we are going to now come up with a plan of how many dots we're going to make with our, this will be some art. Your job is to make holes into the heart on the purple line that you made. Do a really nice job. When we look at the back of the paper, it'll look like the shape of a heart. So let's see. Are we going to aim for 20 dots or 30 dots?
Maybe 20 dots, because then maybe our hands will get tired. If your hands get tired, maybe your parents can minus the amount of dots you use.
Yes, that's a good point that Miss Deanna brought up. If we start to get tired, then we're going to have to make little changes. So let's see what we can do with our goal. Let's start. Kind of close with these dots, so try to spread them out just a little bit because you want to make sure you get as much of the shape as you can with your 20 dots. Now, Miss Deanna, we're going to pause this really quick. Notice some things that we can make little changes to get the most out of what we're trying to do. So the biggest thing is Miss Deanna's got to keep her hand on the table and use just her fingers to do the work. That's it. Perfect. Keep your hand on the table.
And make sure to hold your paper by the bottom so then your paper doesn't move.
Good idea. Sometimes when we do this activity, it's really hard to kind of conceptualize or to figure out where we want to make these dots. So to make sure that she's not getting too tired, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a little bit of contrast with a different color. So I have a black marker. Here, pause for a sec. So I'm going to give you some dots to spread your dots out with the push pins so that when you are all done, you can actually see your shape. I don't want your hands to get tired. This is the first time that Miss Deanna is doing this activity with me. So as she does it, if she does it again with a different shape, she can make sure that she's keeping the dots really, really close together. But for right now, I want to make sure that her hands don't get tired, because if our hands get tired, then we don't want to work anymore. We give up. Get those black dots. Can you see them good?
Mm-hmm. It's a little hard.
And what we'll do is we'll trade off. Let me borrow it. Let's see. I'll do one and you do one. This will give Miss Deanna's hand a chance to be able to calm down for a second. And it'll be an activity that we can do together. So, hand on the table using just our fingers. I find my first dot. Pushing in with my fingers and pulling out with my fingers. My hand stays on the table. Okay, your turn. Find a black dot. Oh, just use your writing hand.
Okay.
I like how your hand's on the table. I like how you pushed and pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright.
You're getting a little red from it.
That means you are doing really good work. Alright, I found my dot. Pushing in with my fingers, pulling out with my fingers. Mm-hmm. Deanna's turn. We have 4 more dots to go. Alright. Hand on the table, pushing in, 1, 2, 3, pushing all the way in and pulling out. Make sure you have plenty of either cardboard underneath or styrofoam so that you don't ruin your table. Perfect. We are all done with our shape, so let's see how it looks on the other side. And if you look, you can see the nice heart shape that she made on the purple line all the way through. How do your hands feel?
Really tired.
Yes, but was it really hard, kind of in the middle, or easy?
It was a little easy, and it was a little in the middle.
Okay, so that's what we want. We don't want something too hard, and we don't want something too easy. So this is just a fun little activity that we can do. And then let me show the camera one more thing. So if we start on the left side, if we look at the left side, see how close those dots are? If we can keep them that close all the way around where she's not tired and she can keep up with it, she could eventually pop it out almost like a perforated piece of paper, and then she would have a really cool piece of art that she could decorate around her room and say you do this once a week together. That would be something that you would work toward. The stronger you get, the more reps that you can do. But this is a great start to a simple activity that you can do with everyday items like a push pin and some old cardboard from a box that you got in the mail.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan, for letting us do this very fun activity today. It really exercised my hands and helped me learn how to use my eyes and my fingers to do a lot of fun activities. Bye!